Well, hello. Yeah. What's up, everybody? I'm back at another shop project that I wasn't expecting because I got other things going on right now, remodeling my house. But I got to make my stuff to make money on the side to pay for the stuff I need to do around my house. Anyways, my name is Vinny. I'm from VOC Woodworking. My little logo I made, and today's project is going to be a really easy project, but something different that I'm going to do to it. I haven't seen anything around that has them on it, and when I make stuff, I try to make it a little different. It's how I've always been, kind of. I mean, yes, I made a lot of standard stuff that I see people making, but I try to do my own little twist to it. So let me get to the point. Is my friend? He has I want to say it right, Airbnb houses or apartments, whatever they are. He has Airbnb. He has six of them, and his friend has two. So we're in the Pittsburgh area uh, for Steeler games, Pitt games, Pirate games, Penguin games, you name it, game, whatever it is. You know, the Benham to see concerts. I mean, all of that stuff. Long story short, he has places that he renovates them and rents them out all year long. So and every one of them he has either a back patio or a yard, and he's having a problem all the time with people hanging out and leaving one thing that's a pet peeve of his. I don't know. He just hates cleaning them up. He's tried different methods, but beer bottle caps. Okay, most of the time they're a twist off, but sometimes they're not. So he has like recycling bins and all that stuff, but he wanted something that would collect the caps, as you would say. Now you've seen all these kind of videos, or you've seen these around. Actually, I made many of these things in the past. I'll show you one just for example. Like that one right there, you know, everyone makes them. Maybe different designs and patterns on them, but they're all basically standard. But I'm doing it different. So my different is, he asked me, he says, first he wants a bigger box. He didn't want just a standard little box, so it wouldn't fill up as much. But he wanted something that he can remove. So that instead of him having to dig his hand in there and taking the stuff out, he wanted something that, hey, can you make it where I can remove it, dump it in the garbage cans, and then put it back on instead of digging my hand in there? So I was like, I've never done that before. I looked around. I didn't see anyone out there doing it. I did see one that had like a little metal, like a little bucket on it with a screw. Yeah, I could have done something like that, but that's what all these little cutoffs are for. I'm trying to like figure different things out. Um, I thought of it like a French cleat, but it would have been too far out from the board. I was thinking all kind of stuff. So I'm still working on some measurements on some small cutoffs here that I've been messing with. But okay, so let me get to the one part that I'm going to decide on. Was I asked them, you know, where are they going to hang out, where they're going to be, and he told me like, you know, like a fence post or a fence, or on the one has a patio, whatever it is, or those gazebo things, whatever. So I decided that I'm gonna try something different. So as your standard one would be a board with one of these on it, you know, little bare things on it. You put it down on there like that, and you make a box, and it drops in. That's your standard. You dig it out with your hand, whatever. So I said, well, I have these here, little solar lights. So if it's in the evening, sometimes you might not have that lighting always around you. So I'm gonna put it. Well, I'll kind of show you, but is it on? Okay, they're not real bright, so they're like just enough to see it. So you say it's like that. You know what I mean? So I'm gonna try this. I'm gonna do it where I'll put this right here, like say like right about there somewhere. And then I'm gonna put this below it, okay, like that. And then from that point, now I gotta figure out where to put the box, but how am I gonna get it to where I can remove it and put it back on again? There's so many different things I was thinking in my head. I'm still trying to figure it out. So I got some cuts here. Now every box is going to be different. I mean, I just have this. I have a whole bunch of leftover I think the 1x6s. I think. Yeah. So like I missed it 5.5, whatever. So you can use picket fences. You can make them skinnier. 1x4s or bigger or whatever you want to do. So all the cut measurements aren't going to be exact for everyone who makes these. So let me get my measurements figured out, and then we'll figure out how I'm going to attach it, because I have no idea yet. I have an idea how I want to do it, so we're going to try that. Let me get right back to you. Alrighty. I think I might have figured a solution that I hope it's going to be okay. So remember, like I said, the measurements, again, are all going to be different from whoever makes their own. I mean, I can say, yeah, cut it at 7 inches, 6 inches, 3.5. I mean, you're just going to have to like wing it in a way of knowing what your board is, like what board you're going to use. So for me, I'm just going to show you real quick, but I have a solution. So in my shop, I always have these little sponges, well, they're in the baggie here, but, the little sponges, okay, whenever you're doing glue ups, or when you're doing stain work, stuff like that. But whenever they're done, I always let them dry, pull the foamy off, and don't ask me why, because they always say, you keep everything. So I always rip them off, and I keep these little dowels. These are something that, yes, woodworkers should save. Throw away, use your scrap wood for everything. Only because, hey, you're going to use a dowel for something. Okay, so I have a whole bunch of these sitting in a pile that I thought, I'm going to use them one day. Well, today's the day. So I got my measurements for the box. I'm just going to just show you real quick what I think how I'm going to do it is, so I got my sides. Went the right way. My plan is, how am I going to have it be able to come off? And I thought to myself, okay, these are the sides. This is I think that's it. So I'm going to put a dowel here all the way through. I'm going to drill a hole. I got a little Forstner bit. I'm going to do 3 of them. I'll put one here, here, and then probably one down here. Okay. So I'm going to figure out where I want them exact. Get a clamp. Drill all the way through this piece into this piece. And then pretend like that. Then I'll just cut it at that height. And then when you pull the box off, you'll have 3 pegs sitting there, and they're pretty thick. They're pretty thick. So, and then when you pull it off, when you dump it out, you'll just line the hose up, pump it back in. Does that sound pretty cool? Something I just thought of out of the air. I mean, I never saw it anywhere. And that will solve a lot of problems of him or anyone sticking their hand in there, taking the bottle caps out. Just makes sense in a way, you know what I mean? And I have these little handles. I got a whole bunch of these, little pull cabinet things, whatever. So I thought, okay, well, I'll just attach that to that just for decoration. You know what I mean? Well, I have a black one that will match this one. I'll put a handle right here. So you just grab the handle, pull it out, dump it, put it back on. It's actually pretty cool. I mean, I'm not gonna lie, it's pretty cool. So I've discovered a new way of building these for all people, not just me. So again, I'm going to figure out where I'm going to do it. Then we'll come back, we'll drill everything in, we'll cut these, glue them in, nail gun all these together, and well, I'll probably sand it off camera. But let me get all the figures figured out. Yeah, and we'll get right back to it. Probably a little closer. So I put some wood underneath here so I can go through this, and not into the workbench. So I just think I went like an inch down, inch over, you know, again, your measurements are your measurements. I'm just going to go with that one. So I just kind of did a little circle. I'm going to get my clamp real quick, hold everything down. I wonder if we can hear that thunder. But it is raining in Pittsburgh again, real bad. I'm down in the basement. So if the power goes out, you're going to hear me scream. Like in the Blair Witch. Remember the Blair Witch? Josh! That's all I need right now. Okay, so again, I'm just roughing it here. Center of that. Don't have to be perfect. Okay, so that's the holes. A little bit big. Okay, I did it again. I went to hit pause and I hit off. Whenever I wanted to hit play again, it took a picture. Whoo! It's got to stop. Anyways, I was thought I was videoing this part of gluing these in, and it was a picture. Lovely. So anyway, so I got some, I always keep sanding dust and sawdust stuff, the real fine stuff. So I put I had some little pieces here just to keep it up. I did this so they stay straight, like meaning like they'll slide up and off and on. It's a little messy right here. I still have to wait a little longer. Yeah, I gotta wait a little bit. So I just want to show you that was my mistake. But that's where I'm at with this. So I'm gonna put this back on here while it dries. Everything lines up real nice. Okay, sorry about that. I'll just come back when we get these dried up and we'll see what happens. Then we'll get the box put together. I sanded everything down. Oh, I did cut, or I had to wait for the glue to dry. So here's my little cut-offs. So what I did was basically, you know, plop that down, got my little flush cut saw and just got them all off real nice. Again, I could have showed you that, but I just sand everything anyway, so that's that part there. So it'll just go boop and slide it right on, line everything up, pops in nice, pretty firm actually. So that's that part there. And then this is the part that you got to figure out too. So I got the measurements from here. I got blue tape. A lot of people probably know how to do that. You put blue tape across here. I always poke a little hole in the blue tape, get where I needed it, figured out how far it was I need to go down. It's like 3/4 of an inch from where I want to have. I am going to drill a hole here, and I'm going to drill a hole here so I can mount it. You can see that there's one here and one here. So I needed enough space to have it where that was going to go here. Okay, so that'll be a hole here. Then I have this here. Once I get that lined up, I'll pop them in. So, and then we'll build the box. So, real quick, let me get this. Let me get this figured out too. Again, I kind of want to see how this works before I do anything else. So, let me get my drill bit and I'll be right back. I got my drill. I pre-drilled. So I want to get this on first because that was the main one I was worried about, of getting these lined up. So I did get them right. So I pre-drilled. Always pre-drill my stuff so you don't split the wood. So, and I did mark these two here for that. I'll show you in a minute. So I'll take the black tape, or the black tape. I'll take this top or here off. Just peel it. Okay. So those are in. And I'll show you this. It'll just kind of pop on here. So there's a little line. That's where I needed to stop. Right to it. And that was luck. Yeah, right. I'm a woodworker. Everything's perfect. Everything's always perfect. Nothing ever goes wrong. Yeah. Okay, so I got that on there. Then I said I had this lined up here. Okay. I put my holes here. I pre-drilled. Now we'll put this on real quick. It comes with these screws here. Okay, so this part is done. Let me pop this off real quick. Hit the little light. Oop. Okay, so that'll just kind of go on here, slide down. Now whenever that's on the wall, it'll shine down onto here so you can see the bottle opener. And it'll go, then the caps will go into the box, so we're going to make it real quick. Yeah. Okay, let me get, I'll put you back over here in the front. And we'll get this box built. And then, I don't know if I'm going to stand it or not. He didn't really say. And then, that'll be it. Okay. Ready to build a box. What's in the box? Okay. First is, I'm using Type 1-3. We need a sponsor. Hello. No. Do they even do sponsor? I don't even know. But any kind of outdoor, I always use Type 1-3. It's waterproof. I really don't use 2. I use 1 or I use 3. I used 2 once before, thinking of way back, and didn't do anything different, I think, besides it was water resistant, but I'm just either a 3 or a 1. Indoors a 1. Okay, so I got my little spongy. I'm basically going to do is glue these here, pop that on here, okay? Then I'm going to take this off, flip it around, put this inside, glue the sides, put it on here, then the bottom will be last. So I'm going to try to like do it and do it real quick for you. So you're not sitting here for like 2 hours. So you about ready? Glasses. All right. Box is all done. Take these off for a minute. So it's all done. Let's try it out. So this will go here. Got my lines there. Slide it on. Hopefully it fits. Look at that. There you go. I mean, it ain't coming. I mean, unless you're like fully having upside down, that's on there. So That's it. So, oh, I did find these here. This is about a handle. I'm going to put it right here. So, I'm going to drill. I'm going to drill. Where's it at? Let me get this in. I already punched a hole where I wanted it already. And I got the drill size already. Okay, now you know you got a fat hand and you can't get in there. I have it somewhere here. Hope it's up behind me. And it is. These are the best. I love these. I mean, it's like they come in so handy. It's like unreal. Especially when you got to get in tight spots. You just put it in there. There you go. Nice little handle. So let's see what it looks like. Light. This goes on here. And there it is. So, that's it. That's my creation. I'm the only one out there that ever had this done. I put a solar light on it. I don't know if anyone else did. I put a box on it. Oh, I got to drill holes in the bottom for rainwater, but that's it. So it's all full. Slide it out, dump it in the can, line it back up. That's it. Now, where have you seen these before? Only at VLC Woodworking. That's the only place you'll ever see these made. Thank you, thank you. So, if you like this, I appreciate it. If you can like, subscribe to my channel, hit the notification bell every time I hit a video out there, and I am behind again. You'll get notified. There's a new thing now. What's that called? For points? I don't know what it's called. But anyways, hit me up. So again, job done. I'm gonna. He said I'm just gonna do a shellacky. How do you say shellac for dummies? Yeah, but it's just gonna be spraying it. I gotta put it in the other room. Now I'm gonna get this video done with. But that's what I'm gonna have. I gotta sand a little glue down a little bit and all that. So that's it. So we go like that in the evening. So much light down here. Boom. Complete. So that was kind of different. I mean, I try to make something that everyone else makes and try a little bit different. That's just how I am. I've always been that way. I mean, to me, it's just something, hey, cool. You know, maybe someone will like that. You know what I mean? Something different. So that's my little project. I'm going to make 7 more. Shoo. But I am going to sell these now. Again, it's through a friend of mine. He supplied these, and I had a couple of these. He's going to buy a couple more. He'll buy a couple more. I have a whole bunch of these handles. Honestly, the handle itself, I think it was like Dollar Tree. I mean, I got like 4 already over here, so I'll get a couple more. So I probably got, and this is, wood is from leftover cut-offs and other stuff that I have. I mean, but you can go out and buy, you can have, like I said, picket fences, 1x4s. This is a 1x6. I mean, whatever you got. I mean, whatever you can do pallet wood with these. I mean, A lot of people do pallet wood, to be honest. I mean, because it's free wood. But all my wood is already free from what I got from before. So again, it is all done. Slide it out, dump it, pop it back on, and that's it. Oh, I gotta drill a hole here and a drill a hole here. Again, I gotta sand it, spray it, and done. So, I will see you on the next video. You guys have a good one. See you in the next one.